Yours, damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you.
The thing that makes me put the guys go crazy. They lose their minds.
What's good? What's up, Messy Mob? It's your girl, MessyMya, and I am back again with another video. So today, we're going to be getting into episode 6 of Young and Reckless. Y'all know I got a recap and review for y'all, so y'all know my thoughts on the episode. Girl, I'm not going to waste any of your time because if you know, baby, if one thing about it, 2 days for sure, I love me some Young and Reckless. So again, not going to waste no more time. All right, so the episode starts off with Ivory screaming in Ferrari's face. Me personally, I just know that breath was kicking, baby. Okay, get out of my face. Get out of my girl's face. Well, Ferrari's not my girl. I don't really rock with Ferrari like that, but still, like, girl, get out that girl's face. Like, you're in her face because she was laughing. Girl, so what? Like,
I look over and I see Ferrari laughing. Like, that just really, it really pissed me off. It's pissing me off right now. Like, cause bitch, what is funny?
and then it's just like she's so disrespectful. Ivory is so damn disrespectful. Like, this is supposed to be your host, and she has no regard for that girl. She don't give a damn, girl. She told Ferrari, she said, fuck your show. This whole setup, you'll show up, this, that, and the third. I'm on that with you too now. All that. Girl, she had no regard that Ferrari was not only her friend, but that Ferrari was the host of the show. Like, she did not care. And this is what I mean when I say I feel like Ferrari has good host qualities, but why is she the host? Because there's no way. And then production, y'all don't have no respect for Ferrari. I said what I said. If y'all had respect for Ferrari, y'all would have never let it go that far. See, we see over at Zeus, where if a hoe is protected, a hoe is protected. If security and production is going to protect somebody, they're going to protect somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and then it's one thing, you know how like with Natalie, right, on Baddies, because I always say like, oh, if you want to just be a host, or if you just want to be the boss, don't be on the scenes, like, especially because Natalie be popping it. But Ferrari wasn't popping it. Ferrari was having a good time. Girls, you're mad as fuck because everybody is not bitter like you, you fat neck hoe. You big back ass. Nobody, like, everybody's not bitter like you. So you're mad as hell. You want everybody to be mad along with you. You already was pressed that Ferrari was being quote unquote friendly when it's her show. She's not supposed to be biased. That would make her a bad host. You know what I'm saying? So of course she's gonna be in cahoots with all the girls, and you're mad as hell about it. Girl, bye. Talking about why are you laughing? So she's a grown-ass woman. She's not allowed to laugh. Girl, who are you? Screaming in her face like that. Like I said, I just know that breath was kicking. So, girl, again, she's like, girl, F your show. I'm on that with you too now. And then it continues to disrespect her and get in her face. Ferrari is not really backing down, though. I mean, girl, me personally, I would have stood up. Like that's what I'm saying. It's just like there's a certain amount of disrespect that me personally, I just would not be able to take. Like, you getting in my face and screaming with your kicking ass, hot ass breath blowing in my face, you probably spitting, they so damn close. I would have gotten up and we would have got it popping. You know what I'm saying? But you know, child, Ferrari stays sitting down, but she was still screaming back in Ivory's face. Okay, so then, like, again, Ivory is getting closer and closer and louder. Ferrari gets to the point where she pushes Ivory back, grabs her hands and kind of like slams them, to push her back. Ivory then chokes her. No, ma'am. Again, if production had respect for Ferrari, they would have never let that go on. They would have never let that go on. Like, they would have never let that go on. So I don't know. Okay, I feel like production doesn't really respect Ferrari. It's obvious that Ivory does not respect Ferrari. And then when production or some of your cast doesn't respect you, and again, you got Legacy on the show that drugged you across the reunion floor, like Ivory said, the girl, you got dragged across the reunion floor, the bowling floor by Legacy. It's just, you just around people who don't respect you, and then you're the host. Girl, it's just, you're just setting yourself up for failure at this point, girl. Okay. So then once they're separated, they're still talking ish to each other through a window. Again, a repeat of Renee versus Ivory from last episode. Production, like I said, production does not respect Ferrari. I said what I said. That would have never happened. If they did, they would have nipped that in the bud. It's girl, please. Ivory cannot outpower security. Security could have got Ivory out of her face, but they let that go on for as long as they did. Girl, Ferrari is popping her ish through the window, chewing her up a little bit. Girl, okay. And then Renee starts snapping on Ivory. Okay, now Renee is on the top level with Legacy and Mel, so she's chewing Ivory up. Okay, they start arguing about wigs because y'all know Ivory threw her wig. You know, Ivory was a wig collector last episode, child. Okay, she was throwing the girls' wigs in the ocean. So Renee is still walking around without. She's still walking around with no wig. She's still walking around with no wig. Okay, so. She's like, you know how Ivory be like, oh, I'm gonna park you, I'm gonna park this, I'm gonna park this, I'm gonna park you. You know what I'm saying? Girl, why when they told this hoe to park a car? She said, girl, go park a car. Like, do you even have a driveway?
Bitch, go park a car. Bitch, go park a Benz in your driveway. Bitch, do you even have a driveway? Like, what's to y'all besides fighting and parking bitches all day long?
She was chewing Ivory up so bad. Literally, she was getting under Ivory's skin so bad. Like Ivory was like grunting and groaning, and she was pissed off, y'all, especially because she couldn't get up there. Yeah, Renee be chewing her up. Okay. So Ivory lays next to Ferrari, and she still got an attitude. They definitely give me the vibe that they was bumping purses, bumping, girl, whatever you want to say, whatever your heart desires. I feel like they definitely got it popping in that bedroom at one point. That's just what it gives with Ferrari and Ivory. They argue like a couple. The whole scene had me weak though, because it's like Ivory still had attitude, but like Ferrari was not taking her too serious. You know what I'm saying? So she was like clowning her a little bit. And then Ivory got to the point where she started to clown too. It was funny. I'm not going to lie. It was definitely funny. Ivory was in her feelings, okay? So then the next scene, the girls were turning up. Sierra recaps her and Nug. Honestly, don't care about that, girl. You got turned every way but loose. But, you know, you still stood in the paint, though. Okay. You still stood in the paint, but, you know, don't really care too much to recap your recap. The twins start to recap her and Renee. They were like, oh, I don't like to fight pretty girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fight pretty girls back at home. I fight the ugly girls be the ones that want to fight. You know, Renee asked Heffa and Nug who want that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess when the cameras were not rolling, because Nug and Heffa was popping a ish on camera when she was getting into it with Ivory, when Ivory wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I want to see how tough you are when your friend is not around. When your leader's not around, I want to see how tough you are. I want to see how much you really pop it. Okay, so not only was Ivory not around, but production wasn't around either, meaning it was not on camera. So she pressed them, I guess. I'm not going to say pressed because I don't know how it went down, but she basically asked them if they needed that or if they had an issue. And they copped, please. They copped, please. Girl, I guess they didn't want no smoke. Okay. Which is weird to me. It's odd to me again, because it's like, y'all was popping it with Ivory, but now that she catch y'all off camera, and you're not around Ivory no more, now you don't got nobody to show out for or to impress. Now you don't want no smoke. I don't understand it, baby. Because baby, don't ask me if me and you had just got into it earlier, and you asked me if I need that camera or not. We're gonna get it popping. I said what I said. Like, there's just no way you feel like you're gonna press me, camera or not. I don't care. Like, I don't understand how a fade was not had. Like, so none of them took the fade. Renee was on the van reading Heffa down about basically being held. Like, she's like, girl, you're a hairstylist. At that point, you're on payroll for being a hairstylist, and you be charging people $150, $200. She was chewing her up. Renee be popping it real bad. So Canadian Barbie was still popping it again, like, but you didn't say any of this to Ivory's face. But then it's like, I'm starting to understand now that their confessionals are filmed after the show. So now I understand why she was popping it like that. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. So yeah, Canadian Barbie was popping it. But again, there was none of that energy in Ivory's face when Ivory first confronted her. But whatever. Okay. Child. So Ivory soon gets into the house, goes upstairs, and gets changed. Okay. She had on a little, like Renee said, girl, she had on a little, like, something like my grandma would wear. She had on, I don't know what she had on, but it looked real, I don't know. Anyways, so she's ready to fight. She's like, I need that from Renee. I need that from multiple girls, actually. You know what I'm saying? Because Mel had spilled liquor on her. The girls were popping it. Renee was popping it. You know what I'm saying? She said, I need that from multiple of y'all. So she got into the house, sprinted upstairs, got changed, came back downstairs, and was sitting on the couch, ready to get down. Okay. So, baby, all the girls gather downstairs, basically waiting for all the rest of the girls to come. Renee comes through that door, and Ivory stands up immediately. She's like, baby, you first, mama. You're first. You know what I'm saying? So, baby, girl, Ivory run up. She run up. They're rumbling. I'm not gonna lie. The first half was pretty good. There were times where Ivory was cracking Renee. Renee was also cracking Ivory. And baby, them hits was landing. Especially, like I said, in the first half of the fight, those blows were landing on both sides, baby, connecting. Okay. So they were both tagging, not gonna lie. I feel like Renee kept up the first half, and then they started to salsa dance and hug, and I don't know what happened. I was ready for it to be over after that. So while they're fighting, mid-fight, Nug stands up. She's on the stairs. Nug stands up during the fight, acting as if she's gonna jump in. Girl, Ivory don't need your help. Okay. And then dick eating Ivory immediately after the fight. Ma'am. Ma'am. Girl, I don't like that for Nug because before Ivory showed up, I really did like Nug. You know what I'm saying? I was accepting the fact that she was a hard body. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like before Ivory came, she was tripping a little bit, but she was hard body. Like, I'm like, this is her. Maybe she's just a little bit more masculine. This is how she act. I liked her. But the more and more the episodes go on and the more Ivory is there, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from her. I'm not. So yeah, y'all, I don't know about Nug. I just, Nug is starting to disappoint me, and I really wanted to like her. She's so pretty. Like I said, she's hard body. I thought she was going, but she's not. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from her now, but hopefully she comes up out of that. I don't know. She seems like she's trying to impress Ivory, and I don't like it. Like, you're a grown ass woman. At the end of the day, like, you're grown. You're grown. So, and I'm starting to realize something. It's basically the girls who are scared of Ivory and who want to impress Ivory and who want to meet much Ivory against the girls who are not scared of her. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting in the house so far. Like, it's definitely divided. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Ivory did that, girl. Ivory literally went up to them and told them, like, if you're on that side, I'm gonna mess you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get you. So, we all know where that divide came from. So Heffa came downstairs wanting Renee. Heffa, like, and then she like, she like, oh, there's only gonna be so many times where you disrespect me or you try to press me, and I can only take so much. So why did you pop it when she literally asked you if you wanted that, and you didn't even, the least, if you didn't want to fight in public, or you wanted to wait until the cameras cut on, or if you wanted to wait until you got into the house where you were comfortable out your bathing suit and into something that you could get down in, you could have at least told her yes. Like, when she asked you if you needed that, you could have been like, yeah, I do actually. I do need that. I need that. That. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna wait to the house. It's gonna be on my terms. Okay. I'm going to the house. I'm gonna change. And then we can get it popping. But you didn't even tell her that. Like, you're like, girl, please. Again, I feel like you're trying to impress Ivory. You're just weird. And I wanted to like Heffa too, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing from her. Like, it's just weird. You want to fight her as soon as she get done fighting Ivory, when you could have made it known. Like, you ain't even make it known. When she asked you if you needed that, you didn't say nothing, girl. Bye. You know what I'm saying? Child. So, like I said, Heffa comes downstairs. Renee is already outside. Renee don't want to fight no more. Okay. Renee said, baby, I got my rounds. I don't want to fight no more. No. You know what I'm saying? So then Ivory runs up on Canadian Barbie for nothing. What is going on? Like, she ran up on that girl, like literally run, like doinking her, doink, 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 like doinking her in her head. Doinking. I don't think y'all understand. Like, she was literally tearing Canadian Barbie up, and Canadian Barbie. It's not funny, but it's like, why are you attacking her like that? Like, what did she do? I felt so bad for her. I felt so bad for Canadian Barbie. And y'all know, I didn't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care for Canadian Barbie too much. I feel like she popped too much ish and don't really back it up too much. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, when Sav and Nug got her on the same day, I really didn't feel bad for her because I felt like she was popping it and she low-key was looking for an issue. But in this case, it was just kind of sad because it's like, Ivory, like, you literally just attacked this girl for no reason. Not because you can't get to who you want to get to, so you're literally taking it out on the next person. I don't understand. Like, talk about something, tell your friend, girl. She's like, baby, I'm from Canada. I don't even know anybody here. I feel so bad. So y'all, Mel didn't want to fight. And this confused me. Well, I feel like I kind of know why. Like, because again, I feel like she want to fight on her own terms, like, or she don't really care to, like. But it's like, girl, you poured liquor on her, like. She at least give her that. Like, I don't know. Mel, I know she's not scary, but girl, she did not want to fight. She went straight to the room. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Production sends the girls to their rooms after a while, and the next morning, Kai, Ivory, and Ferrari are recapping the night before. Girl, so Ferrari is basically explaining herself again. So again, like, stop explaining yourself to somebody who does not want to understand you. It don't make no sense. Ivory does not want to understand you. Ivory does not care to understand you. Why are you steady explaining yourself to this girl, especially as a host? Baby, she choked you the night before and you're in her face the next morning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, me personally, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. You know what I'm saying? And then you're explaining yourself to her. Like, why are you explaining yourself to her? You already did. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just so pointless. And then again, you're explaining yourself to her and she's literally looking you in your face and telling you that she does not care. Telling you, oh, you hurt my feelings she's like, I don't care. I don't care about none of that. You should have said something. You should have did something and you didn't. I don't care. Standing on the fact that she put her hands on you and you just, girl, Ferrari couldn't do nothing but change the subject. Girl, so honestly, Kai recaps, and that's pretty much where the episode ends. On the next episode, Ivory starts to antagonize Mel, and girl, word on the street is that Ivory did something nasty. If you know, you know. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna get into it next week, and that is the end of the video. Baby, if you made it this far, y'all already know what's going on with the Young and Reckless reviews. Go ahead and drop any pink emoji. So I know what's up, baby. So I know what's up. Anyways, it's MessyMya. It's the Messy Mob, girl. We are lit over here. Trust and believe that. And yeah, bye.
Yours, damn right. It's better than